Good morning and welcome back to our channel. This morning we're going to go ahead and talk about the steering on the CFMOTO UForce and UForce 1000 XL. And specifically with the steering, what I want to talk about is two key components. One, the steering rack, and two, the assisted steering that these machines have at certain speeds. It starts to override and the power steering motor starts to get stiffer at higher speeds than at lower speeds, which sometimes it does make it hard to compensate the vehicle while going around turns. The steering rack on these are way underbuilt for the size of the machine. The housing is a cast housing and the gears inside are cast gears. What happens is the teeth on the gears start to wear very, very fast, and they also break. If you bump your wheel against a rock or anything like that, it'll cause the rack to skip inside. It'll skip the gear and the slide mechanism that's in the steering rack. We make an aftermarket rack. It's called our monster rack for these, which the housing is a ½ inch bigger than what these housings are, but it allows us to put bigger, larger gears inside so that doesn't happen. Our gears are not cast gears. They're actually billet steel machine gears inside that steering rack. They come with HD tie rods. We use aluminum, hexagonal 1-inch aluminum tie rods. And then on the outers, we get rid of the tie rod end and we go ahead and put a misalignment pin in there for that to give you a solid tie rod end onto the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and explain. You can override the power assisted steering on these machines. We did it with this, and it's easy just by unpinning one wire that's inside the control box that controls the steering and a few other things inside the machine. That control box senses engine RPM and speed of the machine. The speed part of it is whenever you get higher in speed, that control box says, hey, we're 50, 55 mile an hour, and it starts to dampen back the power steering. I've had this machine going, I think it was before it was lifted and everything like that, about 60, 65 miles per hour on Route 52 in West Virginia. And whenever we came up to turns, turning left into those turns was, it was pretty gruesome. It was like there was no power steering whatsoever. So we went ahead and eliminated that, and we're going to go ahead and show you how that we did it inside here. So if you want to go ahead and do it to yours, you can go ahead and do that. Underneath the driver's side footwell, right behind the winch plug outlet, you're going to go ahead and see a control box there. That control box is what controls your steering and everything else. On the bottom plug, there's going to be a yellow wire. Now, we didn't cut that wire. What we did was we unplugged that and used a wiring harness depinning tool and depinned that wire and just took it out of the control box. That will eliminate your speed control for the steering. And as simple as just depinning one wire out of that box, it stops sending a speed signal from the instrument cluster and the transmission to that box that controls the steering dampening and everything else to do with the power steering. Also, we wanted to show you that we got our C deck done on the XL. Took us a while. We had to hand cut and make cardboard templates and then convert it over to this and get this all done. But we have the roof all done, all 4 doors done. We also started doing some in the bed of the machine. This machine will be at Motorama in Harrisburg at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex on February 15th and 16th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. It will be on show, and we will also be there with a bunch of parts, products, maintenance stuff, fly racing helmets, fly racing gloves, goggles, maintenance kits, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to be there set up on display and everything. We're going to have several machines set up as a big display. So if you're in Harrisburg or in Pennsylvania and you're going to come down to Motorama, stop over in the West Hall and see us in the food court area in the very back of the food court, and just stop in and say what's up, say hi, or if you want to see this machine in person, you can go ahead and do it at that time. Until next time, guys, stay safe.